Hi, my name is Hillary Coughlin, and today we're here with sportsandproper.com's spokesmodel and correspondent, Mai Tran. Welcome, Mai.
Hi, Hillary. Thank you.
I just wanted to ask you a few questions about your experience with Howard Stern. You had been on the Howard Stern show with Brian McNamee.
Yes, recently, about 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And that experience was amazing.
Yeah. How did you feel when you found out you were going on the Howard Stern show?
Wow. I was shocked. I was floored. I was excited. I was happy. I was everything that you can imagine all in one. And it was just when we heard the news and my agent called me and told me, and I was like, are you sure? I thought I was hearing something wrong, but I was like, Howard Stern. I was like, that's the king of all media.
Right.
And he invited us there, and I was shocked for a while, and I was just overwhelmed and couldn't believe it, So I called everybody and told everybody, so it was a very exciting time.
Were there any expectations leading up to that day?
Well, nervousness, obviously I've never met Howard Stern, so I don't know what to expect. Right. I don't know what his personality was, and obviously you get everybody giving you their ideas and their feedbacks and what they think, and because of him being so prominent and so out there, and his personality, he's known to be a certain type, and so I was being warned by that, and so that all the warnings made me a little bit nervous, so but that was that I had no expectations. I was just preparing myself.
So overall, how do you think that turned out?
Well, the show itself was unbelievable. It was amazing. It was more than what I expected. I hoped for, more than what everyone at sportsandproper.com had hoped for. It was just, he was not the type of person that everybody warned me about. He was actually extremely nice, very genuine and sincere, and his staff was very nice. They were not pushy at all. He was not chauvinistic. He obviously, he had to be Howard Stern. He asked me, to take off my shirt and stuff, and I declined, and he didn't push the envelope.
Okay.
He didn't force me. So I thought that was very nice. They were all very respectful of me, and so I was just extremely impressed.
So not all the stories are true.
No, never believe what you hear, because he was, again, I was just very impressed with him and his staff, and Robin was very nice to me. I bought her chocolates, and she was very nice. Overall, the experience was unbelievable. I mean, looking back now, would I do anything different? I think there were some things that I wanted to change, and I would change, Again, being prepped for it, and I was so nervous that, my personality didn't shine through. I had the open forum to say what I wanted to say, promote sportsandproper.com to the fullest, and, I was kind of disappointed that I didn't say much about it.
Right.
Because, obviously, and sportsandproper.com offers a lot, especially one of the main attraction is the hottie of the day, and we have lots of eye candy, on there. And Howard Stern's listeners are made up of, I think, 85% of all men, ages between 17 to 45. So that was exactly the age group that, that sportsandproper.com caters to. And I didn't say that, So there was a lot of things that I could have said and I should have said about sportsandproper.com, but I didn't. So I kind of was disappointed in myself. There was some comments, that Artie made that, again, my personality didn't shine through because I was very shy, and I was kind of, reserved, and I was nervous. But looking back now, there's some things like, Artie, if you're listening, Howard Stern asked me, he complimented on my body and my physique, and I said it was all responsible of, Brian McNamee, and Artie made the comment that I was 62 because Howard Stern asked me how old I was, and I didn't tell them, so they don't know how old I am. But Artie suggested I was 62, so I don't know where he got that, Artie, where'd you get I'm 62? Do I look 62?
No. He probably wanted to get a rise out of you.
Yeah, but he was funny, and that, and you know, he made a few comments regarding my last name, just Tran, and he was saying some comments about tranny, which if he didn't, it wouldn't be Artie, right? But I could have defended better because Tran is a very common Vietnamese last name, just like Smith in English. So just some things like that. But overall, it was phenomenal. It went more than I had, again, expected, more than Sports and Proper, you know, hoped for. Howard Stern, he plugged the site at least 13 times, you know, and the site crashed every time. So it was unbelievable.
So overall, a positive experience for you?
Absolutely, yes, definitely.
Brian McNamee, he was there. How would you say they treated him?
They were extremely nice to him. They were very, again, to him too, very respectful. They gave him the forum to say what he wanted to say. They did not push him. You know, they didn't badger him. He had a lot of, coming onto the show, he had a lot of boundaries that he wasn't able to speak about. And they respected it. They totally did. And they didn't push the limit. I know Howard made some comments like, you know, he didn't learn anything. But Artie initially, you know, before he met Brian McNamee, he said, you know, I would have dummied up for my friend. Brian's a rat. You know, he's a scum for doing what he did. Not knowing why he did what he did and never met him. But after the interview, you know, even Artie said, you know, admitted, and which I thought was, you know, it showed the type of person that Artie is, that he admitted that he said, you know, after the interview, now I changed my mind, you know. I believe that Brian did what he had to do, and knowing now what I know, I wouldn't have dummied up, you know, I wouldn't have lied for my friends. I had to tell the truth, you know, so he thought Brian in a different manner, in a different light. So a lot of positive results came out from the interview, you know, and they didn't push him at all. But I think because Brian had boundaries, because of the current pending lawsuit, he wasn't able to speak much.
Right.
But you know, about the majority of the lawsuit has been dropped. I think if we were to be invited back again, and you know, I'm sure that Brian would be able to speak a lot more, say what he wants to say, be able to answer the questions that Artie or Gary or Robin or Howard asked him. And like I told Howard, if he invites us back, which I will honor, I will come back on in a bikini, and Brian will be able to, you know, express and say whatever he wants to say.
Right.
And he has a free range to say whatever he wants to say. So that's an open invitation for Howard, or if any of your staff is listening, invite us back, and we'll follow through what we have to say.
So you'd be eager to go back if they invited you?
Oh, definitely. Right. Yes, I have no reservations. I mean, it was so much fun in there. It's everyone's just joking around, and it's just you know, it's just a big party. You know, who wouldn't want to go back to a party?
Great.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Mai. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Hillary. Thank you for having me.
Of course. This has been an interview with sportsandproper.com with correspondent and spokesmodel Mai Tran. And this is Hillary Coughlin, and thank you for joining us today.